What's up, good people? BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use the promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online where the game starts. All right, folks, back on the Bossman show. We got Kennesaw State Owls head coach Brian Bohannon with me here on the show. He's in his ninth season on the field coming up here. This is 2013. Coach Bohannon, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. It's hard to believe, you've been, we're going to our ninth season, man. It's flown by. It's crazy how fast this stuff goes. But yeah, excited to be here.
Coach, let me ask you this, man. Can you believe like all the progress you all have made since you took this job in 13? See what you've built this thing into from when you took it back in March of 2013. I'm surprised you why I'm like, I hope I know what I'm doing, helping to get this the right way. But see what you've built, man. It's just amazing to watch the work you've done over all these years, man.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I'll tell you, I was telling somebody the story the other day about the interview process, and then how excited it was. You get as a competitor, you're trying to win the interview. Sometimes you forget about the job, and I got the job, and I was sitting in a cubicle over at the gymnasium by myself, and really it was just me. I mean, we didn't have no footballs, no helmets, no shoulder pads, nothing. And I kind of thought to myself, what the hell have I got myself into? You got all excited about getting the job, and then you got it. But I tell you what's happened here. We got great coaches, great people, great kids at a great institution, and here within our program, everybody's bought into the vision and the plan of what we want to do, and we've been able to win a few games along the way doing that. So I don't know that I take enough time to reflect. I think we as coaches are always worried about the next one, right? That's just our nature, and we're about to go to Conference USA. How we're going to manage all that? It's another big step for us, but probably don't take enough time to reflect. But I tell you, we've had a bunch of great kids and great coaches that have come, that have made it what it is today.
And Coach Bohannon, what people don't realize, Kennesaw is a special place. Up North Cobb County, that area, Bartow County, all those people who support you all built something out there, man. I've seen the campus expand and grow for all my time in here in Atlanta all these years, man. It's like it's a diamond in the rough out there. It really is. And seeing what you all doing, and now Conference USA next year, man. I think people should really see what's brewing out there, man. It's something special.
It is, and we've said that from the jump street before we ever had football here. If we could just get a young man and their parents to come to campus, that this campus will sell itself. When I took the job in 13, as you mentioned earlier, we had 25,000 students. Since all that and a lot of things have happened, we're sitting at 43,000 students. We got over 150 majors. You can do whatever you want to here. It's a school that a lot of kids want to be at and want to be a part of, where before it was more transient. Now it's become a little more on campus, and kids want to be here. So it's a great place to sell because kids want to be here. It's a great community. We're in this Kennesaw community that's awesome, and it's really good. You're right. I mean, it's and I do think the best is yet to come for what we're going to do football wise here. I think we've done a lot of really good stuff, but the best is yet to come.
And Coach Bohannon, with you all moving to Conference USA next year, how's that change your recruiting process for guys for going forward? Because I know the level of player here. So how's that been going for you guys? And you get more scholarships as well going up there as well.
Yeah, so we've been Division I FCS. We'll be FCS independent this year. We'll officially move into Conference USA in July 1 of 2024. So our official Conference USA, our inaugural season will be 2024. But I think the big thing recruiting, obviously, we'll have more scholarships to sign more kids. So we had to broaden our recruiting area a little bit. We've been about 4 or 5 hours from Kennesaw has been our deal. We've pushed that to 6 hours and trying to get a good board, a good candidate pool of kids. I think when you say you're FBS, you can get in a lot more conversations with kids. They FBS, like, oh, FBS. So I think that's gotten us a lot more conversations than before. We've always battled that and been able to win some, but now we're in a lot more conversations. I think the biggest difference in recruiting really for us is going to be on the lines of scrimmage up front on both sides of the ball. That's where you got to get a little bigger and a little longer. I think skilled kids, we'll recruit more of them, but I think where you're going to see the biggest difference is up front. I think those areas we got to continue to grow and get bigger, faster, stronger in what we're doing. And I think we can do that. We don't have any, we feel like, we're in a great area, great location with a lot of good football around us.
100%, coach. And you're lucky, man. You're in Georgia. We have a lot of talent here. And what I tell people all the time, Coach Bohannon, is this: football coach here in high school was at a high level. It's like it's not like no, it's really high level. So kids have IQ. As freshmen, they can play for you because they already have the IQ to do it. They've been doing it for 4 years of high school. But talk about the state of Georgia and just being able to tap in this deep pool here and getting young men who already have the IQ and brains for the game that you can plug them and play them as freshmen or sophomores or redshirt freshmen or sophomores.
Yeah, there's no question. Obviously, I grew up in the state. I played at Georgia. I've coached at most of the schools in the state of Georgia. My dad was a high school coach. Even when I wasn't, coaching in the state, I was recruiting the state. Great high school football, great high school coaches that coach, kids to not just schematically, but how to play the game, how to do it the right way. And it's just really good football. And from day one, this has been home base for us. We have 7 coaches that recruit this state. We go to every high school in the state of Georgia at least once a year. I mean, I'm talking about stepping foot in the building, because that's how important it is for our success. I think like probably over 85% of our roster are Georgia kids. We'll expand outside that, but it's always going to be home base for us. But just they do a great job. It's there's great players here, but more importantly, there's coaches that are committed to developing a young man to be the best version of himself he can be. And that's a product we can take and build on as well.
100%, coach. I'll ask you this, coach, about the workouts this summer, man. I feel like this when I played, coach, was that, hey, when I was with my guys in the summertime, running those gassers, getting out there in the field, doing individual work, that's where you grow as a team during this time of year. And getting those guys back on campus, get their bodies stronger, bigger, faster for Saturdays, man. And talk about that camaraderie, building that team chemistry this time of year where don't have too many classes. You be much about football and the team. Talk about how important this time of year is for a team.
Yeah, well, I've always said, and I've said this to our team and even on interviews, that the championships are won in the off season. So you're going to win a championship in January and February, March and June and July. It's one to get in shape and to get bigger, faster, stronger, but I think the team piece of it is the most important. And we're doing things now to help ourselves with that. And really it happened because of COVID. And, we were so separated that time and we suffered tremendously for it. But getting everybody together, we do a team meal once a week. Where we do have a topic and do some team building stuff just to get guys in a room without their cell phones and have a chance to interact with one another. Yes. Different high school program, maybe we got kids from all over, and we're putting them all in there together to get to know one another. Because at the end of the day, if you put a lot of sweat equity into a program, into your teammates, it's going to be hard to let your teammates down. I think that's ultimately what you try to get to, is a point where, hey, I'm not going to let my buddy down. There's no way I'm going to. And I think that's part of the team piece that I think is so critical to having a successful season.
100%, coach. I feel like you said, and accountability to your brothers. Like, no, I cannot let my brother down. Basically, play harder for my brother. I won't be caught loafing on a play. All those things, coach, like you said, man, I feel like football is the ultimate team sport. And I feel like if we could have our world like our football world is, we so much be a much better place, man. It really would.
Well, I'll tell you this. I tell our kids this all the time, and this is the great thing about football. I agree with you. It's the ultimate team sport. Listen, we got kids from all over. We got black kids, brown kids, white kids. We got kids from different religious backgrounds, from different places with two-parent home, one-parent home, maybe neither parents in the home, and they all come together for a common goal and common cause. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Put all their stuff aside, like we're going to go do this together, right? No matter what comes our way, what adversity, what circumstance, we're going to go do this. And I've always told our guys, you represent what America should be. You continue doing what you're doing and set that example for everybody around you. But I think this is what's great about the game of football. And that's what I love about it. And that's what makes it fun.
No doubt, Coach. It really is, man. I saw your schedule. I'll tell you off there, man. I went to Tennessee State, so they're coming down to play you guys here. Coach by Eddie George, man. So talk about how that game came about, man, and wanting to play those guys, man. You've been in FCC independent play anybody you want to, but especially having them come down, get on a bus to play you guys down at Fifth Third Stadium down there.
Yeah. So we had them on the schedule. So we had them on the schedule. And obviously you're talking about a 3.5 hour drive, between the two of us. So I think originally it was a home and home, but it probably has changed some since our conference changed. But Nashville's a great area. Great program. Eddie George, pretty famous in himself. And I know he's gonna have that thing ripping and roaring. So it made a lot of sense. We've always tried to play teams around us for our fan base as we continue to build and cultivate our fan base. And that's an obvious one that we've been working on for a while. And at least we know we're going to get to play them once. I don't know how many more times we'll get to play them, but at least we get to play them once, and hopefully we can hang in there with them.
100%, Coach. I'm asking you, man, Coach Bohannon. My dad's a coach. He's 84 years old. He's still doing his thing. He still gets on me. Watch football. Coach has goals that so just inside zone that I know. Like my dad still quits me, Coach. Like he's still there firing him. So, but he also told me he wanted to help young men now and help grow young men. I can, like you said. So, what kind of got you into coaching? At what point did you say to yourself you want to get into coaching and become a coach?
Yeah. Officially, it was my junior year in college. I think I knew it before then. But, my mom's kind of like, hey, why don't you try the business route, because she saw the hours my dad was putting in. She goes, why don't you, and I knew what I wanted to do. I grew up on the field. I was the ball boy, water boy, chased the tee, manager, trainer. Heck, I don't know if you remember, they had tearaway jerseys back in the day. I was collecting those things off.
I remember those. I do.
You know what I mean? And so I grew up and not knowing any better, but I truly do love this part of it. And I love winning. Don't get me wrong, man. There's nothing better than winning. But I love watching young people develop and do things they didn't think they could do, or go outside their comfort zone to be something that maybe they weren't sure they could be, whether that's football, or maybe football takes them to a place outside of that they didn't think they could go. So, it's like we got kids right now that are coming back that are high school coaches, that are doing well in their job. We just had our first player drafted that came from nothing, almost got sent home, was in trouble, this and that. And now he's got a degree and he got drafted by the Chicago Bears. So I think for me, that's, I love winning, but the ultimate win is for a kid to come back and say, hey, coach, I appreciate everything you did because it gave me a chance to be successful. It goes back to watching young men grow. And that's really what this game's supposed to be about. There's a lot of other stuff going on right now that really takes away from that. But at the end of the day, you're using football to develop a young man to give him a chance to be successful in life.
100%, Coach. I'll tell you what, if I didn't go to Tennessee State, I don't know where I'd be at, because I don't think I was college material until football. Being able to catch passes and run a little bit, it's an opportunity. Now I've been doing radio 14 years. So it's like, I know what football did for me in my life, So like you said, it's definitely life-changing for a lot of us who get to play this great game and be a part of it. All the people you meet and come across from this game of football, man, it's one of a kind. I'm blessed that the good Lord had somebody invent this great game. I know it changed my life for sure, Coach.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot come through here that without football, they wouldn't have made it. You know what I mean? They'd be back home in the streets. Something that bad's going to happen, and we knew it. And it's awesome to see them do that. And like I said, the kid that got drafted is a great example of that. and there's a lot more that maybe don't get drafted, right? But they have a chance to be successful and make it, whether they're doing radio or they're doing shows or they're doing whatever. I think that's what this game's about, and that's what makes it fun.
And coach, and for you, like, I know for Father's Day, my dad's phone will be blowing up. All the thank yous, Father's Day. I know for you as well, all the players you've had, man. Like, you see that on certain things like that, with his birthday, Father's Day. Those guys who he played for him, man, they hit him up and they send pictures of, like I said, of their kids, their family, man. So I see from my father what having a coach who kid, because I'm his only kid, real biological kid is me, but he tells us I got so many different sons besides you before you was born, and so it's like I just think my father how it is, how those men in their 50s now who still call him and he was impact.
Yeah, no doubt. I think anytime you get those, it kind of, what it does is it puts perspective for you sometimes, because you're chasing the next thing, right? And sometimes
Mm-hmm.
like that, a perspective for you, like, hey, this is what this is about, and you're having an impact, and that's ultimately what you want to do. And I'm 52 and still very thankful for all the people that had a positive impact on me. My dad, number one, but there's a lot of people that have had a positive impact that I learned so much from along the way. I think that's all part of it, and still learning and growing. But there's no question that it gives you pause a little bit, and you're like, all right, this is what this is about. Sometimes it's good because it gives you a little affirmation to keep being who you are, because it's easy to get caught up in a lot of other things today.
And Coach, and I want to ask you about Amir. I know he's a friend of mine. He's just left South Florida, but how was it to be around Amir to see what he built in those 4 years being at Kennesaw State, and now he's moved on to a different job for him now. But seeing the run they had last year, had the conversation that was so filled up, all those fans, man. I
Yeah.
always seen what he did out those 4 years and what he built, man. Seeing him grow as a coach right there in front of you as a colleague.
Yeah. So I mean, he did a great job, because people talk about this year, but what you don't remember is a couple of years ago they weren't winning anything, and it was that same group of kids. He kept them together. He stuck to his beliefs and culture, and he built the thing out and paid dividends on the end. And in this day and age of kind of immediate gratification, that's hard to do. And I think that was the thing that you saw, that he built that thing out. He stuck to his guns and did it the way, that he felt was best. I think he had a really good relationship with his players, and it paid dividends, and he was able to go win and have success, and it's afforded him some other opportunities, moving forward at South Florida. So I think, culture is a big thing, and I think when you look at programs that have had success, you got to go look at culture. Take the scheme away. I mean, everybody likes to talk about scheme, but really it's about culture. And I think that's an important piece. And I think Amir did a great job of that.
No doubt, Coach. Thank you for your time today, Coach. Look forward to coming there and see you all play this year, and come back. I come out, I watch practices, and when fall camp starts, man, I'll get your number offline here so we can stay in contact. But I look forward to talking to you more often, Coach. Be up there, support you guys, man, and show the Atlanta what the house all about through this show with the platforms that I have, man.
Absolutely. You're welcome anytime. Now, we are going to make you stand on our sideline during the Tennessee State game. Now, we're not going to let you go stand on the other sideline. We're going to make sure you're in black and gold. I don't know if that's going to hurt you a little bit, isn't it?
Hey, Coach, I'll do it. I'll wear black and gold. Hey, I'm in Atlanta. I live here now, so like I have to do what I gotta do for my people in
Uh,
Atlanta.
uh, all good. Hey, we appreciate it, and you're welcome anytime.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you so much, Coach, for your time today. It was really fun, man. What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use the promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts.